He beat up the kids who were messing with him. Don't be scared. I've got you from now on. After that, Gukinan latched onto the bully, taking notes for him, keeping him on track with style. You better finish today's homework. You have to drink milk in the morning. It's good for you. Honestly, who could resist that sad little face? A transfer student Minggu showed up in class. Word on the street was he had some kind of mental illness. What if he just snapped and jumped out a window mid-class? The teacher had finally heard enough. The new student just has a fragile mental state, that's all. Bottom line, don't say anything to set him off. Got it? The new student's here, come on in. Everyone, let's give a big welcome to our new classmate. Too bad not a single person clapped. The commotion in class finally made Jiang Ming look up. A boy who was almost done healthily skiing. That was Jiang Ming's first impression. When the teacher asked him to introduce himself, the new kid looked nervous. He picked up a piece of chalk and wrote his name on the board. The 3 characters of Gukinan were written beautifully, but Jiang Ming couldn't care less about the scrawny new kid. He was too tired and just put his head down and fell back. Just as the teacher was about to assign a seat to the new student, she realized the only empty spot was in the very last row. But he was so short he'd be blocked by the kids in front. She thought about having someone the front switch. But the class president and her deskmate were both good. They both made it very clear they did not want to sit next to a boy. Every other student who got called on turned it down too. Nobody wanted to sit next to the new kid with a mental illness. Gukinan was in a terrible mood. He couldn't believe he was already being shut out of the brand new school. Teacher, I can just move to the back row. The teacher had no other choice and agreed. She said she'd find him a better seat after a while. Once the new kid ended up sitting next to the school bully. That poor new kid had the worst sitting next. He's totally get bullied today. The last deskmate ended up in the hospital in less than 3 days. When Jiang Ming woke up, he realized he had a deskmate now. He didn't really care though. The guy hadn't done anything annoying yet. Are these yours? That was the first time Gukinan spoke to his deskmate. Yeah, just toss them. Jiang Ming couldn't care less. He never looked at them anyway. Gukinan just stared, completely baffled. As a straight-A student, he had never seen anyone treat their textbooks like trash. Right before class, Jiang Ming was eating a piece of bread. Out of the corner of his eye, he saw Gukinan come close. Here are your books and tests. Gukinan's voice was barely above a whisper. Jiang Ming almost thought something was wrong with his ears. There on the desk sat a neat, perfectly stacked pile of books and tests. Jiang Ming had to do a double take. Was this really his crumpled up mess of tests? Gukinan quietly said it wasn't right to throw books away. Jiang Ming gave him a long, thoughtful look. Do whatever you want. Just don't bother me. He was a model student in his teacher's eyes, but his delicate, feminine looks made him a long-time target for bullying. Even after transferring schools, things didn't change. His new classmates even thought he was crazy. The one difference was his seatmate, the school's top troublemaker who not only left him alone but actually got into a fight with some punks from another class over. It was the first time Gukinan had ever felt protected. Maybe the big guy next to him wasn't as bad as everyone said. Jiang Ming was a slacker who never did his homework, but Gukinan out of gratitude always took careful notes for him and even said goodbye after school every day. It drove Jiang Ming absolutely crazy. Anyone watching would have thought they were dating. Kinan had barely stepped out of the school gates when some called out to him. Jianzai, mom's here. Gukinan froze and spun around toward his mom. Don't call me that outside. His mom realized trying to stay. Sorry honey, I wasn't thinking, won't happen again. But the damage was already done. Some classmates walking by had already heard it. His mom drove and carefully asked, are your classmates treating you okay? What about your seatmate? My seatmate's fine. Everyone else, not so much. He snatched her hair clip and then bragged to the whole class that he'd get with her sooner or later. Jiang Ming and his crew heard every word. No way could he let someone mess with the girl he liked. But just as he was about to step out, Ling Xiaobing held him back. One more strike and you're expelled. Relax bro, we got this. Honestly, Jiang Ming couldn't be bothered with small stuff like this. But the next second Wang Yu basically walked up and handed him a reason. Hey Jianzai, cute hair clip, right? Jiang Ming stared at Wang Yu with a puzzle. What the hell are you barking about? Wang Yu didn't even flinch. Jiang Ming, you didn't know. His mom calls him Jianzai and she picks him up from school every single day. He burst out laughing. I always wondered how old you really were. Turns out you're just a little mama's boy. Gukinan buried his face in his school uniform trembling. Jiang Ming slammed his fist on the desk. He reached out and grabbed Wang Yu by the collar. Keep talking and I'll beat you so bad your own mom won't recognize you. Wang Yu was the second-ranked troublemaker in school, 6 feet tall and no push-up. But up against Jiang Ming, who stood 6'3", he didn't stand a chance. All 3 of them were called to the principal's office pretty quickly. The vice principal demanded to know why they were fighting. Jiang Ming just sat there, not saying a word. The vice principal was used to it. So he turned and asked Wang Yi. I'll say I didn't do anything. He came at me first. The vice principal knew exactly what Wang Yi was like. You didn't do anything. Then why were you jumping around and causing a scene in the classroom? Then he told Gukinan to sit down. Stop looking so guilty. You didn't do anything wrong. The vice principal tore into Wang Yu first. Then he turned to Jiang Ming. Nobody was making fun of you. Why did you have to jump in? Both your parents have been notified. Good luck. Back in the classroom, Gukinan remembered that Jiang Ming always ate something during break. So he quietly slid over the lunch his mom had packed for him. He stuck a note on it with 3 words, go ahead. Then he looked at him with his best puppy dog eyes. Jiang Ming leaned in toward him. I'm not really that scared. Why are you still too afraid to talk to me? Jiang Ming played the hero and he stood up for his little deskmate and got suspended for 2 weeks. The next day his crew's group chat blew up. Boss, your suspension hit your deskmate real hard. Don't believe me? Let me show you. Then a video came through. Jiang Ming opened it and saw his deskmate holding eggs and milk. Looking totally lost, asking if Jiang Ming was really not coming back. When he got the answer, he looked like he was about to burst into tears. Then Ling Xiaobin flipped the camera around. Jiang Ming, your deskmate has been going crazy taking notes and copying down all your assignments. And he keeps asking me where you live so he can drop them off for you. I couldn't take it anymore. So I showed him your monthly exam results. He took one look and I think your grades completely floored it. He hasn't said a word since. Jiang Ming just stared at his phone. Then he said he had no intention of doing homework. And asked him to keep an eye on his deskmate for the next few. The 2 weeks flew by. On the day he came back, Jiang Ming was about to ride his scooter to school when he spotted his deskmate with a backpack right outside the subway station. He waved him over and told him to hop. Gukinan was startled. Aren't scooters banned at school? Jiang Ming stared at him like he was an idiot. You getting on or not? I'm leaving. Gu Qinan quickly grabbed his arm. I never said I wasn't getting on. And he obediently climbed onto the back seat. Zhang Ming gunned the throttle and asked if he was scared. Gu Qinan drew out his words and said he was. Zhang Ming didn't catch it and asked again. I said I'm not scared. Then you better hold on tight. Gu Qinan's face went red, and he tightened his grip a little more. When they got to the classroom and Zhang Ming had just sat down, Gu Qinan pushed over a thick stack of papers. These are 2 weeks worth of assignments. I tried to have Lin Xiaobin send them to you, but she said you don't do homework. Zhang Ming really had no interest in doing homework, but the words died in his throat before he could say. The way she always looked at him, how could he bring himself to say no? Still, there was no way he was doing any homework, so he changed the subject and asked Gu. You gave me your milk, what are you gonna drink? My mom made me bring it. She says milk makes you taller, but I have no idea how much I'd have to drink to be as tall as you, Zhang Ming. Right then Lin Xiaobin chimed in from behind. Zhang Ming was just born built like that. You gotta face the facts, little deathmate. But seriously, how old are you? You're not actually younger than us, are you? Gu Qinan just kept his head down organizing his books and said, nah. Lin Xiaobin was dumbfounded. Zhang Ming, your deathmate will talk to you all day. But why won't he give me the time of day? Zhang Ming was actually a little curious too, so he asked Gu Qinan his age again. Gu Qinan immediately said he was 15. Ling Yu was completely floored. No wonder he looks so young. 15 and already in 10th grade. That doesn't add up any way you look at it. But Gu Lan just ignored him completely and turned to hand Zhang Ming a napkin to wipe his mouth. Jiang Ming's lips curled into a faint smile. So he really was just a little kid after all. A top student 5'7" transfers schools after getting bullied and ends up falling for the 6-foot king of the school. When Bu Qingdan first arrived at his new school, he got on the radar of Wang Chu, the second biggest bully on campus, who kept picking fights with him for no reason. His deathmate Zhang Ming stepped in and put Wang Chu in his place. But that guy just couldn't help himself. You can protect him today. But can you protect him first? Zhang Ming had just lost the game that was already ticked off. He slammed his phone down on the desk and turned to ask Bu Qingdan for his number. Wang Yi is out of his mind, just ignore it. I'll walk you to and from school from now on. Give me your number. You didn't forget your phone, did you? Gu Qingdan quietly said he had it, then dug around in his backpack for a while, and finally pulled out this ancient brick of a phone. The 3 of them were completely speechless. Lin Xiaobin asked if he didn't even have a WeChat account. Gu Qingdan was caught off guard, and said of course he did. He joined the group chat as soon as he got here. When Zhang Ming finally sent him a friend request through the group, Gu Qingdan lit up like a kid on Christmas. See, the school had a rule against bringing smudge, so he had his mom get him that old brick instead. But if everyone else was bringing theirs, he could too. That evening, Gu Qingdan went straight to his mom asking for a new phone, saying he wanted to bring it to school the next day. Gu Qingdan grabbed the phone with a huge smile. This kid hadn't smiled like that in almost a year. He ran back to his room and immediately accepted Zhang Ming's friend request. Zhang Ming said he'd show him how to play. But what if I get knocked out? Don't worry, I got you. Gu Qingdan felt his face go warm. It felt really nice to have someone looking out for him. His mom was right there at the door, hearing every word. Honey, you wanna guess what Jian Zai is up to? Dad had no clue. What else would he be doing? Nope. He's actually playing video games. Dad's jaw hit the floor. No way, that can't be real. The 2 of them just looked at each other, completely at a loss for words. Finally, Mom couldn't hold back the tears anymore. Our Jian Zai is finally growing up, right? T.I. Zhonghai really is something else. On a bright morning with flowers blooming all the it was time for morning exercise. Gu Qingdan spotted the 3 of them out of the corner of his eye, and almost on instinct ran to catch up. Lin Xiaobin gave him a look. We're skipping exercises, why are you following us? You trying to ditch it too? Just as the good kid was stammering and couldn't find the words, Jiang Ming waved him over, ruffled his hair, and said on his own he just keep getting tired by Wang. Stick with us for now. So this is what it feels like to take someone under your wing. Zhang rubbed my head too, but Zhang Ming ignored him and kept showing his little play deathmate. Lin Xiaobin couldn't take it anymore. Little deathmate, just bring that old brick to school from now on. Gu Qingdan shot him a sideways. My boy Zhang Ming has my back. None of your business. A top student transfers schools after being bullied for a long, but the bullies track him down at his new school. Zhang Ming is parking his scooter when he hears voices nearby, saying that transferring schools won't help you escape. He furrows his brow. Is someone else from T.I. Zhong transferring? He glances toward the alley behind him. Why'd you transfer? Did your depression get better? Depression? That can't be his deathmate. His deathmate looked rough on the first day, sure, but that was probably just nerves from a new environment. Lately the kid's been pretty chatty, actually. Not a trace of depression anywhere. Why'd you block all your old classmates on WeChat? You blocked every single person in class. You're really antisocial, you know that. Couldn't even give us a heads up. We left school early just to come check on you. Then one of them shoves the boy hard and throws his backpack on the ground. Oh wow, you're doing math Olympiad problems. But the next second, Zhang Ming hears a familiar voice. No idea what he'll score, but definitely higher than you guys. After all, you don't even qualify to enter. Zhang Ming freeze. That's his deathmate voice. Enraged, the guy delivers a hard slap to Gu Qinan's face. But then a sound from behind pulls his attention away. Someone is standing on top of the wall. Nobody knows when he got up there. I said let him go, damn it. With that, Zhang Ming crouches and launches himself off, leaping down from 3 meters up. His foot slams hard into the attacker's face. Then, a flying kick takes out the rest of them. Can you stand that? Zhang Ming's voice is flat and emotional. Yet it's the most beautiful sound Gu Qinan has ever heard. So this is what it feels like to have someone protect you. Just as Zhang Ming reaches down to help Gu Qinan up, the other 3 close in around them. Stay out of it, man, get lost. Zhang Ming gives them a dismissive glance. 5-on-1 real tough. We're here for our friend. What's it to you? Don't get into it with them. I'm calling the teacher right now. Go ahead and call. Perfect, let the teacher come hear all about your dirty little secrets. The color drains from Gu Qinan's face. Zhang Ming doesn't care what secrets they're talking about. He just thinks their attitude is disgusting. Before Gu Qinan can even react, Zhang Ming charges him. He drops one guy with a single punch, then grinds the guy's glasses under his foot. 5 of you and you still lose. Your whole life you've done nothing but gang up on a 15-year-old kid. What do you think that says about you? And listen up. My deathmate is under my wall. Xiang Ming from T.I. Zhong. Don't get it wrong. You show up. Next time I won't go this easy on you. Do you know all 5 of them? Gu Qinan is so shaken he can barely breathe. He manages a weak knock. Zhang Ming looks at the 5 guys sprawled on the ground. then crouches down in front of the one with glasses. You messed with my desk, and I'll personally show up at Yizhuang and break your hand. What are you staring at? Get out of here. Guqinan is practically starry-eyed with admiration. Zhang Ming offers to ride him home, but Guqinan turns him down. He just refuses to buy. A top student who was always getting into fashion, yet saved his only soft side for his little deskmate. After chasing off the thugs who were messing with his deskmate again, his deskmate stared at him with pure admiration in his eyes. Jian is incredible, like a total one-punch man. Most kids thought he was violent and kept their distance. He hadn't expected that. Just standing up for someone would accidentally earn him a little fanboy. Something warm stirred in him and he reached out and ruffled Kunan's hair. Don't worry, nobody's gonna mess with you anymore. Guqinan's body was covered in boot marks from the beating, not wanting his parents to see and worry. He went over to Zhang Ming's place to clean up. That's when he suddenly let out a big sneeze. Zhang Ming saw it and quickly draped his own jacket over him. Stay right here and be good. I gotta hide to work. Guqinan buried his face in the jacket and breathed in the sand. Zhang's jacket really hits different. Wearing it made him feel like he could take on the whole world. He checked his phone and it was flooded with messages from Guqinan. Zhang, I'm heading home. So Zhang made it home. Just letting you know. Super swamped at work? If you're busy, don't worry about replying. I'll bring your jacket to school tomorrow. Zhang, your jacket is huge. How are you even that tall? Xian Ming's head was spinning. The typing indicator in the chat sat there blinking for a long time. 但这才下定决心发了一段文。Zhang, I just wanted to say, I didn't do anything gross with it. I know. You believe me, right? I'm not an idiot. Guqinan's whole face lit up. Thank you so much, Zhang. You're seriously the best. From that point on, the slacker trio officially became a squad of four. One time they got caught gaming together in class by their homeroom teacher. Alright, fast up. Have you all been skipping morning exercises this whole month? Guqinan nodded without a trace of guilt. The other three stared at him like he'd lost his mind. The teacher then asked why they hadn't been going. How long has it been since our class won the honor flight? Guqinan just blinked. Totally teacher, does honor flight really matter that much? The other stared at Guqinan like he had two heads. The teacher even started to wonder if Guqinan got bullied at school. Just because he was a little dense. She then sent the other three back to class, and kept Guqinan behind alone. Zhang Ming had just reached the door when he turned back around. Here, brought you a lemonade. Guqinan's eyes went starry. Thanks, Zhang. Even the teacher couldn't stand watching. Oh, cut it out and get back to class already. The teacher had originally wanted to move Guqinan to a bench. Your grades are great, sitting in the back is holding you back. Guqinan paused for a second, then said he didn't want to switch seats. The teacher called on. Guqinan panicked hard at that. It's not what you think. Zhang is a good guy, I just don't want to move. Zhang, already calling him that. What, you want to be his sidekick or something? Guqinan just stared at the floor and he muttered under his breath that he already